guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the 1-point perspective for creating solid objects on this worksheet here. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are writing down the answer key. Okay, so we need to know what each of these letters represents, because when we're looking at the drawing technique, it's going to tell us how many of each of these things we're going to be adding, when we are adding them, and so we want to make sure that we are writing down that answer key. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, get a little bit closer. Okay, step 1 is always going to be either an S, you draw a square, or you're going to be drawing a rectangle, so RE for rectangle. Step 2, we're always going to be connecting rays to our initial shape, and these rays are also known as parallel lines. Step 3, we add vertical line, and then step 4, we are adding a horizontal line. And for those of you who get both of these confused in terms of their direction, vertical goes up and down, and horizontal goes side to side, so please make a note of that. Okay, and so this is what we're looking at. At the top, we're going to go ahead and we're going to write down the actual step-by-step for creating either the cube or the solid rectangle. So to create a solid cube, you're first going to draw one square, you'll add 3 rays to that square, then you'll finish up with one vertical line and one horizontal line. Same thing for the rectangle, the solid rectangular prism. The only thing that changes is the original or initial shape that you're drawing. So instead of drawing one square, it'll be one rectangle. All right. And then we want to make sure that we are writing this down too. The line that separates the sky from the ground. Okay, this is known as the horizon line. And then the point where all of the rays or the parallel lines are going to go to, this one right here, where they go and they stop, this is known as the vanishing point. All right, and so now we have all the information we need to get started. So we're actually going to tackle this one first over here. So step 1 would be either we're drawing one square or one rectangle. Here step 1's already done. We have a rectangle. Check. Okay. Next, we're going to be adding 3 rays. So the rays are always going to connect from the corner of the shape and go towards the vanishing point. So we're going to go ahead, right there, right there, and right there. Okay. Whenever you are adding the parallel lines, you're always going to connect them to the outer corners. You never, never, never want to have your line, your ray, go through the front face of the object, because now the object is transparent and we are creating solid objects. So we don't want that. Okay, now that we have our 3 rays, this is check. We need one vertical line, so we can only add that line either on this side or this side here. If you're not sure where to place it, always ask yourself, what is the front face showing me? What kinds of lines am I noticing? Right here, this top and this bottom one are both horizontal lines, while the lines on the sides that are going up and down, these are the vertical lines. The only place I can go ahead and add it is over here. And so we're going to go ahead, line it up, keep it nice and straight. And so now we have this. And so the only other place we have available for that horizontal line is down here. And again, you can line it up here. Make sure that you are connecting it to that line, vertical line. And then this is what we have. Now that we've created our solid object, we can go ahead and erase this. And so now we should be able to see 1, 2, 3 sides. Okay. we're going to jump and do this one together. And so same thing, either one square or one rectangle. This already has the rectangle, so check. Next step is going to be 3 rays. So we're going to go ahead. It's always going to be the outer rays. So again, this in here, corner to vanishing point, corner to vanishing point, corner to vanishing point. Okay? The closer the object approaches the vanishing point, the more narrow this side is going to be. So if you notice that it's looking really skinny, that's actually correct. That's what it's supposed to look like. That is accurate in perspective. Okay? Now that we have our 3 rays, we're going to go ahead, one vertical line. This time the vertical line is over here on the right side. We're lining it up. There it is. And then we're going to close it up with one horizontal line. This time the horizontal line is at the top. And now we can go in and erase the rays that we no longer need because we've already created a solid object. And so now we have 1, 2, 3 sides. Okay, last one we're going to tackle together, this one right here. Step 1, 1 square, done. Step 2, 3 rays. Corner to vanishing point, corner to vanishing point. Okay, so we have our first 2 rays drawn, okay, the first 2, but we're missing one. But we notice that if we place it either at the top or the bottom, it actually crosses the front face. So in fact, this is incorrect. The exception to the rule is this guy right here. So objects on horizon line show only 2 sides. So the new technique is going to be this, either 1 square or 1 rectangle plus 2 rays plus 1 vertical line. And we wouldn't use a horizontal. So we have our 2 rays. Now we can go in with our vertical. We can erase this. And now we have 1, 2. And so you're going to notice for this bottom one and this top one, we can actually see 1, 2, 3 sides. We can see 1, 2, 3 sides, but they're not the same 3 sides. The difference is for this one, we can see the top, while on this one, we see the bottom. So over here, make a quick note. Objects above horizon line will show the bottom of the object, and then objects below horizon line will show the top of the object, okay? And so now you are to tackle the remainder of this worksheet independently. But this is basically what you're going to be doing, just creating solid objects, right? Thanks guys, I'll catch you in the next one.